Audrey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. Thanks for all those tweets.
Oh, thank you. So what an amazing conversation. I learned so much. It was
that
so
fun?
wonderful.
I loved that. It had such energy and so many great questions.
No, I was really, for me personally, and why I was so excited to talk to you is I have 4 little boys that are under the age of 6. And, one of my main things is trying to keep them healthy, but also they're picky eaters. They have very, very odd eating habits, and they're picky eaters. And I wanted to ask you your advice on really how do I get beyond that? Like bringing them, I love when you had said, have them help you in the kitchen. And so you don't feel like 6, 5, 4, and 2 are too young to be in the kitchen?
No. I think what you've got to do is use the old mommy rule anyway, and that is be age appropriate. But starting at age 2, it's the big wooden spoon in the bowl, and nothing more than going down and buying the cheapest plastic, Audrey, cups and spoons, because not only can they every once in a while help you, but they love to play with them themselves on the floor. So the little teeny critters, have them have their own set, because then they can mimic you, which is absolutely wonderful. We also know if they're sitting there and mimicking you, Audrey, not only are you helping them with healthy eating habits, you're also boosting vocabulary. Look at mommy stirring. Now let's add a half a cup. Let's add 1 cup.
That.
And so they're throwing in nothing more than water into into flour, and they're stirring it a little bit. But the fascinating thing is, when you go to serve it, the kid is like, where do you taste this? I'm the one that cooked it. It's like they're overboard. I have 3 boys, so you've got 1 more than me. But I also had, my mom used to make them all their own aprons, the big time, barbecue-looking aprons. Yeah, but they each had their name on it. And then we give them each permanent marking pens so they could decorate their aprons. But it was cool because they were boy-looking aprons. Then it was simple little ways to help around the house. Vegetable gardens are absolutely wonderful. You're going to be doing, Audrey, the work, but it's getting them involved in the process of growing particularly zucchinis and tomatoes because they're so darn easy.
Yeah.
But if they pick them, they just become much more receptive to trying them and eating them. You just got to keep them moving and figure out what works for you. I had my own middle kid was so picky, Audrey.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but the only thing that he loved that I knew that he was always going to love, my sure-proof recipe, was spaghetti with red sauce. So that's when I started doing Ragu Old World-style traditional pasta sauce, because he'd eat it, but I knew that he was getting 2 servings of veggies in every half a cup. So it was sometimes the sneaky little ways to put it in.
That's what I was just going to ask you, because my sons, my biggest concern sometimes is that I'm not getting enough vegetables into their diet because they are such picky eaters. I mean, 3 of them in particular. Do you, even like carrots and even like a zucchini, I can't even imagine ever trying it, but I would love them to. I mean, do you have
the first thing is, it seems like kids, particularly boys, like crunch as opposed to mush. So keeping it, instead of cooked, it's still nutritious. Try it cold, and then try to see what happens. I did this once, and it went over like, whoa, and that is we made carrot coins. Of course, I was the one that cut them. Carrot coins, or we did carrot shavings with hair and little raisin noses, and they actually began to like it and think that was fun. But once I realized they were going to try those, because remember, food takes a long time to develop a new habit a new taste. It's 5 to 14 different times that you have to keep reintroducing it in a small portion so it isn't daunting to the child. So once you figure out what works, then a fun little thing is have them be the ones that, you can always have the carrot curls and the cut up celery that still can be crunchy, so that they can decorate it a plate and put it on the middle of the table. And that can be the centerpiece, but they're still getting veggies from it.
Oh, I love that. I truly just want to thank you so much as a parent for today's conversation. We're going to do a vegetable garden. We've never done that, and I'm excited to do that. I learned that today, and I'm really excited to take part of that. But I just appreciate all your advice and time. It was so beneficial and important, and I took a ton of notes.
Yeah. I'm so glad, because that's what moms are looking for. And that's what I love, this whole concept of Ragu. this whole concept of mom's the word on dinner, I think is absolutely fabulous, because if we can get moms,
so needed.
yes, but it's like we have the answers. Or one mom could, well, I tried this. I was listening to one mom says, well, my kid will only eat sauces, so I figured out teriyaki on some stuff is what he'd finally eat. And I'm going, well, then why not?
Right,
so
exactly.
Getting them to just have that place for moms to have that conversation, I think is fabulous.
You don't feel alone anymore, you know.
Well, that's what we're discovering, is that too many moms have that lonely mom syndrome, that they think they're doing it alone. And once they get together to realize 48% in the last poll on Mom's the Word on Dinner said that their kids were picky. It's like, oh gosh, the other kid is too.
Right, it makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
No, thank you so much. I really just appreciate it. I had a great chat today.
You're welcome. Oh, thanks, Audrey.
Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.